Hello to all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture. My name is Maria Kądzielska, and today we still continue with the story of Polish El Greco. Here with us is Katarzyna Kowalska, the screenwriter and the director of the movie Polish El Greco. Thank you again for being with us.
It's a pleasure.
I know it's hard to talk in English about Polish culture, but this story is worth to pass it to the audience, also I would say international audience abroad, because who knows that in Poland there is a painting of El Greco and found in such, like, I was interesting way. So please tell me this, the title of the painting is The Ecstasy of Saint Francis. So how is Saint Francis portrayed?
El Greco really liked to paint Saint Francis, but maybe not only because it was interesting topic for him, and maybe he had a great model who was very similar in the imagination of El Greco, how Saint Francis looked like, but also because it was many churches wanted to have Saint Francis portrait in their places. So El Greco really painted, and his students in his atelier painted a lot of Saint Francis in Ecstasy. There was a lot of series of Saint Francis made in this atelier of El Greco. So this one, which we have in Poland, is really special because of the way that is made, and this bleak in eye of Saint Francis. I think it's the most important place in this painting, but also is the topic very interesting, and that's why it has a very special place right now in the museum in Siedlce. And also in our all museums, it's one of the most important painting actually in our museums.
So El Greco basically was making a good business on Saint Francis.
Yes, yes, he wanted to. He had a lot of asking about making these paintings with Saint Francis. So he painted a lot of Saint Francis by himself, and also with the hands of his students. So it was really good business for him. It was like a manufacture.
Do we know how this painting ended up in Poland? Do we know how it traveled all the way and to Siedlce, or even to further to Kosovo near Siedlce? So truly the end of the world.
We would like to have something that will prove for 100% how it came to Poland. But actually, at the moment we have nothing. We have some theories about it and some hypotheses, nothing more. Actually, one of the stories is that at the beginning of 19th century, the soldier of Napoleon Bonaparte army who was in Spain and were in Somosierra, probably it was Wincenty Krasiński, who lived close to Kosów-Lacki. Maybe he brought that painting from Spain to Poland and left it in Kosów.
From Samosierra or somewhere else. Maybe he was in the church after the battle, praying for the fact that he didn't die. He took the painting and brought it to Poland.
Yeah, it's like a joke. It seems like a joke, but actually journalists really believed in that story. And it was published on the first sites in the newspapers in that time when this topic was discussed. But actually now we see it's really funny. For me, it seems like not true. But maybe it was in aristocratic hands before war. Second World War, maybe. But one of the hypotheses, which is really realistic, is that this painting was in the antique shop between wars, between First and Second War in Warsaw on Bracka Street. And there was bought by priest Stanisław Szepietowski for his cousin Franciszek Dąbrowski. And Franciszek Dąbrowski was a priest also in Kosów-Łacki, so probably he brought that painting with him to Kosów-Łacki. But the only thing we have that can make it true is the letter from Stanisław Szepietowski, where he wrote that story from the beginning to the end. Nothing more, nothing like something from this antique shop or the photograph, nothing more.
So it's a mystery, but it proves also how long, rich and eventful is the life of a painting. Because they travel from so many places, from the hands of the master to the place, to our times. And I would say they see a lot of people, many generations. They are in different places. And right now, the painting is in the museum in Siedlce, yes?
Yes. Yes, in 2004 there was a first actually presentation of this painting. It was very loud presentation because actually we were waiting, and the women who discovered that painting waiting 30 years for that presentation. And for this 30 years between conservation in 1974 and first presentation in 2004, the painting was hidden because church was afraid that someone will steal it. And they wanted to hide it somewhere, and nobody knows where it is.
So if you will be passing Siedlce and looking for something interesting to see, go to the museum there, because there is the true El Greco, the Ecstasy of Saint Francis, with a eventful and fascinating story behind it. And thank you very much for watching Poland Daily Culture.